Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the New York Mets going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go, and starting this one, Chris Sale. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Ready to go now? And stepping in for New York, Francisco Lindor. And that's downstairs. And this one is off and running.
First pitch, 7:16.
The wind and the pitch. On the corner for a strike. And the count 1-1.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
Not close with that one. And the count 2-1. That's a strike.
That's the ball. Okay.
On the ground. And that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Albies tosses to first. Lindor retire. Here's a Mets lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
1 out, base is empty. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. He makes the throw, but it's not in time. And the defense comes away with nothing. So a man at first. Here's Juan Soto. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one. So that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
Fought off foul. And ball one. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Outside corner, got him looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Alonso digs in now. First pitch just misses. Nimmo at second with 2 down. In there at the knees for a strike. That one misses, and it's 2-1.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Fights it off, he'll see another. Man at second. And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Jeff McNeil in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back at Truist Park, today's starting pitcher, David Peterson. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
The 0-2. And a swing and a miss. And one out now.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
So digging in, Eli White. That's to third. Toss to Alonso, and 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Let's take a look at our lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Eli White.
Well, Boog, there aren't many guys who have a flair for the big moment like he does. I mean, batting over 400 with runners in scoring position. Are you kidding me? I know it's not guaranteed or an automatic, but I hope we get to see him in a close, late-game situation with runners in scoring position and just see, is he truly a machine or not?
Matt Olson, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Here's the pitch to Olson.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Handles, throws to first, and Olson is set down. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. And the Braves go down quietly. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Atlanta, and now here's Jeff McNeil.
Jeff McNeil.
Sale back to work. Now one missed. And that is out of play. Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball misses down and away.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now a chance for Jared Young. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Check swing, no appeal.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
There's a swing and a drive. And it gets into the corner, but it's foul. Sale and a 1-2.
2-2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit, takes outside. McNeil, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Next pitch is outside. Rusty Valentine doing the umpiring behind the dish for us. Maybe the best name in the league.
Yeah, that's a solid one, no doubt. I mean, who's better to ask than you? I kind of wonder if Rusty is his actual name or just a nickname.
Yeah, no clue. And that's in the dirt. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Ronnie Mauricio now. A switch hitter batting right. Pitch misses inside. And it's 1-0. Strike on the inside corner.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
And a big swing and a miss. 1-2. That one the other way. He hauls it in. 2 away.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Tyrone Taylor now at the plate.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
First and second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. ground ball left side, and it's just foul. That was close. Pitch misses, and a count 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That's off the inside corner. 2-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Sale delivers, and it remains 2-2. Two on, 2 outs. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Here is Austin Riley.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch misses.
1-0.
On the ground to the left, and foul ball. The 1-1. Way high. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Squeezes it. One down.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Ozuna.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Under the Mendoza line so far this month.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
A lot of pitchers have caught on to how good he is hitting the first pitch. Smart to avoid the zone right there.
And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. And that's in for a strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and that's a double.
Down in the count, battling to stay alive, and just a nice job to put it in play. Kind of just punks it out there the other way. Didn't hit it real hard, but he got just enough of it to dunk it behind the infield. And I tell you what, you'll take those every day you can get them. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
1 out, runner at second. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Just missed. Swinging a foul straight back. 1 out and a runner at second, bottom half of inning number 2. Next off suffering upstairs.
2 ball, 1 strike.
Man at second. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Ball. 3-2.
1 out and a runner at second. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
First and second, 1 out. Now here is Sean Murphy.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Two on, 1 out. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Throw is offline, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
So up next, Michael Harris II. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. That one finds the corner. It's 0-1. Albies, the lead runner at second. Murphy over at first with 1 away. 0-1 gets a check swing. Appeal to third. And that's a swing according to umpire Mike Fillmore. Here's the 0-2. And that's outside.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And that's way high. Now 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. And the batter will be the shortstop, Nick Allen. Breaking ball through there for a strike. The 0-1. This one in the air, right field. And it stays fair. Ozzie in to score. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down, as he ran out of the box because, Boog, sometimes you just got to talk to it.
Here's Acuna now. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1.
1 strike.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. Missed with a changeup. And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1-2.
Got him swinging. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Braves 2 and the Mets nothing. And we're back onto the third inning. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Fouls it off, still 1-2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. Sale ready. Line drive and foul ball. Stays alive. And a ball evens the count.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. And Sale deals. And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Reached on an infield single his first time. Sliced hard but foul.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Ground ball up the middle. Allen fires over to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
2 down, bases empty. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Ripped on a line. Dives and makes the catch.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
Back at Truist Park as we go to the last of the third. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Eli White. And first offering is fouled off. And that's down and away. Yeah, that's fouled off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit-by pitch to lead off the inning. Man at first, Matt Olson, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
And that's downstairs and outside.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Now in for the Braves, Austin Riley. He popped out his first time. That one fouled off.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
White at third. Olsen at first with no outs. And that one fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That one's upstairs, ball one.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go. All right, so in this at-bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. Double play ball to second. Good feed, that's one. To first, not in time. And a run scores. Here's Marcelo Zuna, doubled in his first AB.
This is a batter right here who really produces in these night games, and we saw the latest example of it in his first AB.
That's in there. 0-1.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Here's the pitch to Ozuna. And that's in there at the knees.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Next pitch is outside. Now 1-2. Outside. In the dirt, blocked. Man at first, one away. Good job to fight that one off. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Taylor settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
So a man aboard, and here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. He reached on a walk his first time. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball one. And another ball.
2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. 3 innings complete. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th, in steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Alonso goes 6 feet 3 inches, 245 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Next offering upstairs.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
That's down and in.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Grounds 1 to short. Into the outfield. Base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
I know swinging at a 3-0 pitch can be debated, but at the end of the day, it's a hitter's count. You know a strike is coming, so why not take advantage and attack the pitch? That was a good piece of hitting, and it paid off with the base hit.
Jeff McNeil stands in. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side. Nobody out. Runner at first. Tries to check his swing. Now look to third. And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around. So up next for New York, Jared Young. Went down on strikes his first time through. The Mets trailing by 3, top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No ball. 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a
fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Mets strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in Atlanta, and here's the catcher, Sean Murphy. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And they'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Lace down the line, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Just missed. And another ball.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fouled off. He was late. Murphy on at first. Nobody out. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy two. Lindor, that's one. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now the shortstop, Nick Allen. RBI single his last time up. In the air, left field. Nimmo has it sized up. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's switch hitting third baseman Ronnie Mauricio. Sale back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Mets just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Man at first, nobody out. And stepping in for New York, Tyrone Taylor. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Nobody out. Lindor has a chance to tie it. Just missed. The 1-0. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
Brandon Nimmo digs in now, 1 for 2. And that drops in for a strike. The Braves leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out. And that'll end the inning.
Well, trying to get into scoring position, but a great catch and throw to end the inning. That's the way to pick up the pitcher.
Back now to start the bottom of the fifth, and taking over on the mound, Clay Holmes. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
Number 35, Clay Holmes.
So the lineup flips over. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it across to first, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
And next is the designated hitter, Eli White. He's 0 for 1. And that's in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ty Adcock, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Garza warming up as well. Foul ball. Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty. Here's Matt Olson down. He has, as they like to say...
Let me guess, Boog. Light tower power?
That's right. And that misses. Ball one.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
And that is downstairs. 2-0. Next offering is fouled back. Right through there for a strike. 2 out, space is empty. And there's a ball.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Austin Riley next to bat for the Braves. Caught him looking for the K. So they make short work of him there. We're through 5. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo.
Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dylan Lee getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Johnson, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-2.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. With number 9 for him in this game. 9.
No, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect. And halfway to the plate, you know you've committed. And you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Juan Soto now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Ozuna makes the grab for the second out. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. And the first offering is not close.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, second baseman.
And next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil. He is struck out and he is walked. And a strike in there. The lefty closing in on 100 pitches.
Now just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
Two outs. Swing and a ball popped up. And that'll do it. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the 6th. So here's Riley now. And that one is inside. Stirring in the bullpen for the Mets. Reed Garrett appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Stanek getting cranked up as well. And that one upstairs. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Comes a 2-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Pitch is in the dirt. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Here is Ozzy Albies up to hit. A strikeout and a walk. A swing and a miss, and that's strike
No
one.
ball. One strike.
That's too low. And a count even 1-1. In the air, right field. Young in position. That is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're through 6 full. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Dylan Lee. He last pitched 2 days ago. And now, Jared Young, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Lee, a 6'3 lefty, 30 years old now, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2016. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. The Braves leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Ball 2. 2-1.
Swung on, belted. Harris going back on this one. To the warning track, makes the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Ronnie Mauricio. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Next one misses, and the count is 3-1. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Taylor in the box again, takes a strike. Step off, throw to first. Mauricio back on a dive. Not even close there. 1-1. Mauricio off of first with 2 away.
Come on, Braves, come on. That's a ball.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that one way outside. And that's ball 3.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
This is downstairs, and that's ball 4. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Dylan Lee departs, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher on now, Pierce Johnson.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor. 0 for 3, a fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. In for a strike, and it's 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. That's off the mark, and the count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. And it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning. The Braves pen comes through in fine fashion. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Atlanta, here's Sean Murphy. That clips the corner. Missed with a changeup, and 1-1. And misses inside. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And next for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Puts it in the air out towards left center. He's got it, and there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Nick Allen. Check swing, called strike.
No ball. One strike.
Next offering is fouled back. Ball one there. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Young grabs it on the run.
Up next for the Braves, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Ripped on a line to center. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 3 and the Mets nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's going to be Brandon Nimmo.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Late with the swing there.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
And now it's Juan Soto. 0 for 3 in this one. That's in there. And that's strike 1. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And that skips in the dirt. The other way, and that's just foul. The Mets trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Set down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Here's Pete Alonso. Right side, hard hit. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down in order go the Mets. They trail it here 3-0. And we're back, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now it's the Braves DH, Eli White. Holmes back to work. Ball 1, no strikes. That smash towards center. Taylor makes the grab, 1 away. Here is Matt Olson.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Misses outside, and it's 1-2. That one missing inside. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Here's Austin Riley. To the right side, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So digging in, Marcell Ozuna, 1 for 3. And that's a little bit high. Ball 1. And that's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Second baseman,
Ozzie Albies next up for the Braves. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. And it's 0-2. Two outs. In the dirt, but kept close. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
In the air, out towards left center. Taylor makes the play, and that is that. 2 left for Atlanta, but they lead at 3-0. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
number 26.
And stepping in for New York, Jeff McNeil. Breaking ball drops in for a strike. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Young stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Tap foul at the plate. Breaking ball misses down and away. And he grounds one to the right side. Albies. Only one out remaining for the Mets.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
The batter now, Francisco Alvarez. That misses. 1-0. The Mets down to their final strike. Got it! And that's the ball game.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.